Alright guys, so today we're going into some audio issues. Just trying to troubleshoot audio. There's so many different places where you can look at your audio and you can try and figure out how to enable devices. And today hopefully we'll answer all those questions and figuring out what to do with all of your audio settings. So as you can see, I have a whole bunch of audio settings open here. This is basically everywhere you can go to look for your audio. So, and I have a lot of audio devices, so this should be good as far as examples and troubleshooting. So, first thing I like to do when I'm trying to figure out where my audio is coming from is I like to click on my audio settings here. Or this is basically your audio dock, right? So let me put my OBS screen to my other screen so I can make sure everything is cool. But yeah, so we have our 3 audio devices here. You can see if I put on this, it'll pop up another one in a second. As you can see here, it pops up 2, right? And a lot of users, they don't know which one they select, especially with Bluetooth headphones. So this hands-free one is for devices that accepts calls, right? So like actual numbers, right? So you can use this for gaming as well. Like if you're like in chats and you want to use like the headphone microphone, you can switch it to this. But you'll notice that the sound, there it is very I don't know, staticky or like kind of choppy, maybe a little slow. But that's because it's over VoIP. It's over voice over IP, so or internet. So the sound that you're getting isn't as clear as something that's even Bluetooth is gonna sound better. See how it just sounds a lot more smooth. You're not getting any choppiness, but it wouldn't sound as clear still as me plugging in this to my headphones. Let me see, it's right there. Which is a direct connection to your system. So you can see it's going to change its name to speakers, earphones, or something like that. I'm going to turn off my Bluetooth so I can actually register the device as there it is, speakers and earphone. Now when I do it, so clear, don't have any choppiness at all, just because it's that direct connection. This is a USB data cable, so it charges and it can also send data through at the same time. Most USB cables are going to do that these days. It's what they're meant for. But some ports, depending on what port you put it in, might not be able to transfer data. It just might be good for power, but most systems these days will have data transfer as well as power in all of their USB ports, especially laptops. But that's on a different story. So now we're going to move on to our settings sound control. So we have a lot of options here, and that's good because we want to be able to customize as much as we can when we're talking about sound. So here we have what we had here, basically, where we can select our output device. But now we can also select our input device. And as you can see, the input device I'm using for my specific settings right here is the game capture microphone. And right now, you're not hearing me through my computer. Technically, you're hearing me through OBS. So now I have a different output for my microphone. So that doesn't really matter here. But if, say for instance, you're trying to load up into your game and the game audio defaults, or your game mic defaults to whatever your mic input is. So here, if say for instance, Black Ops does it all the time, Cold War. So if I load up Cold War right now, the microphone it's going to select is the game capture, right? And usually what I would need it to be is the Yeti stereo microphone. But since I go through voice mod, I wouldn't be able, if I chose Yeti stereo microphone, I would not be able to use my voice mod. Like I can't use my deep voice like I do sometimes every now and then.
Where is it?
Oh.
There's a deep voice right there. Yes.
So if I wouldn't be able to do that in my Cold War games if it was the wrong output here. And of course, in Cold War, you are able to select your audio devices, which is nice. But I don't know if they do that in Modern Warfare. But you know, so many different ways to skin the cat that any way could really work for you. All right, so we went over output, we went over input. As far as microphone, now we're going to talk about disabling and re-enabling devices, because that's actually going to be really important. Sometimes with me, I have an onboard speaker for my GPU, and a lot of the time when I was playing at first, it would select that when I was recording with my Elgato, and it was really, really annoying. So to be able to disable those devices, you're going to go to Manage Sound Devices. You can see somewhere. Yes, I disabled it here. That's a disabled device, and it actually prevented me from having to go in each time and manually telling my device what device I needed it to output to. So that really helped me. And you can see these are the devices I have enabled. If I click on it, I can disable it, I can test it, do whatever I want to do. Microphone is the same thing. I don't use my webcam microphone. I use my Yeti microphone, so I disable my webcam microphone. I think this is for my Logitech speakers, but it's like a specific mix for my Logitech speakers. I just use the Realtek Audio speakers. But there's more places that you can go. You can go to your sound control panel. And there's a lot of ways you can get there as well. Oh, I think I have to have it open. But yeah, this is something that I have to do at my job a lot. Where people, if they're using one client with another client, that they both take audio, right? They both pull audio from your system. Then it could reduce the sound of one client. So in order to stop that from happening, you would then select do nothing, right? And I'm actually going to keep that because that's actually a good audio setting to have selected. But now I think there's one other place, which is the control panel, which I think will take you to the sound control panel. So if I just go here, yeah, it'll just take you there. Right, so a lot of places where you need to mess with your audio. I guess now the only thing that we would need to go over is OBS itself. So OBS it's for the most part it's pretty straightforward, but you can kind of miss places. Oh, well, let's not do that. That you might not know, right? So every time you add in a new source, it will also add in that source's audio, right? Which is good, because if we had to do that manually every time, I would probably go crazy, right? So it just added that video capture device 2, I believe. No, the game capture. But it's not capturing anything right now, so let me actually do a good example. So we're going to add in a video capture device as well, but this time we're going to add in the HD60 Pro, right? And I know that has not, okay, let's not, what am I doing? Okay, all right, so yeah, we can see here that it just added in that video capture device, and if I remove it, it should take it away, right? If you guys have any questions or any issues you're having personally, just put them in the comments of this section. I'll either respond to the comment or I'll just make another video about it if I feel like I need to go that in depth for you. But yeah, just let me know, and yeah, click the like button, I guess. That wouldn't be so bad. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon.